Good evening, everyone. Welcome. I'm Michael Schiffer. I'm the director of Cape Coral Institute of Technology, and you don't know how pleased we are to see such a great crowd here tonight to see our ceremony and our graduating students. I want to welcome all the students, parents, family, and friends to our Cape Coral Institute of Technology 2014 graduation ceremony. And to start off this evening, I'd like to proudly introduce the North Fort Myers High School Color Guard, led by Sergeant First Class Hunter. Color Guard, please. At this time, I'd like to ask our Student of the Year for 2014, Mr. Ken Davison, to come forward. Please remain standing through the pledge and our national anthem.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Let's give a big round of applause for Kristen Riley. She did an outstanding job. Let me do the welcome remarks. Thank you again to that outstanding North Fort Myers Color Guard. You may be seated. Tonight, we're celebrating the accomplishments of each of our individual students and the technical program training that they've completed. So at this time, I'd like our graduates to proceed to the front. This is a great occasion, and I'd just like to acknowledge some of our special guests and people that have made this come together and happen. And first, I'd just like to say that this is a new little adventure for us using this auditorium, and we certainly want to thank North Fort Myers High School and their staff for letting us use this facility. But the planning took about a year to conclude, and this is the conclusion of the planning. And we had a committee of about a dozen people that have all really chipped in and helped. But I'd really like to thank the leader and the facilitator of that committee. That's Miss Melody Allen. Melody, if you just stand up. Thank you, Melody. Great job. We have another leader here. We have one of the largest school districts in Florida and in the nation, and it's led by an outstanding school board. And tonight, we have District 1 representative from our own Lee County School Board, Ms. Mary Fisher. Mary? We also invited some guests because a technical school runs from the advice of all of our outside business community, health community, and social community. It's that kind of a school. And one of the biggest helpers in recent years has been the Goodwill Industries of Lee County. Mr. Tim Goodman, if you just stand, Tim. Where are you at? There's Tim. Tim's the program manager for, it's called High School High Tech, and they're a great supporter of our school. Also with Goodwill Industries is Barbara Ramos. Barbara, are you here? Barbara here, make it? Okay. We have a sister school, Fort Myers Institute of Technology, and we got some of this inspiration from one of the people over at Fort Myers Institute of Technology, and that's Stephanie Watson, the financial aid advisor. Stephanie, are you here? Yeah. Thank you, Stephanie. From within our school district at the county office, we get our direction from there, and it is an outstanding direction this past year under a lot of new leadership. And one of those is in our career department in the health sciences, and we have our new coordinator, Lisa Wright. Lisa here. Also from the Lee County School District and the director of all career and technical education and also adult education is Ms. Sue Rashan, and Sue Rashan has some opening remarks for us. Sue?
Good evening. I just wanted to take a second to tell the graduates a very quick story. I went into technical and career ed because of people just like you. I had a son who was in high school and he couldn't figure out what was the whole purpose of high school and why was he there, and nothing really made any sense to him. And he was going to drop out of school. And there was a very wise counselor at his high school who said, you really need to go over and look at the technical center because maybe there would be something there that would attract you and make you decide school was important. The Cape Coral Institute of Technology had not been built then, so he went to Fort Myers Institute of Technology, and he became a new person because all of a sudden he was getting this opportunity to do these hands-on kind of skills and understand why you're making me learn how to do these certain things. Made algebra become real because you were doing projects that were based on those kinds of theories. And I watched that, and I watched my son graduate from high school, go on to the Skills USA competition, do very well, and I realized that we're missing the boat with so many people. So when High Tech North at that time was being built, I applied for a job there, and I was lucky enough to be a part of the very first faculty that opened the school. It's because I believe so much in career and technical education that I continued on and was able to do what I'm doing today, but I want you all to know that I truly believe for each and every one of you, there are going to be untold opportunities because of the choices you made by getting your certification in each of your different areas. I congratulate you, and I cannot wait to see what great things you guys are all going to do.
Thank you, Director Rochon. We're fortunate this evening to have 3 speakers, and you're going to get a good perspective of what our school is about and what it can lead to and the rewards that it can give after a year of good training. Our first speaker this evening is Mr. William Brown. William graduated from our web programming in June of 2010. He's presently the project manager and senior software engineer at Deerso. Deerso is located here in Cape Coral, and it's a national online retailer of over 150,000 items, including home furnishings, tools, and hardware. Deerso has hired 5 of our Cape Coral Tech graduates and currently is employing 3 programming graduates full-time. William graduated from Mariner High School in 2007. And he came in looking to make his hobby a career, working in web programming. He's an active supporter of our school, and since graduating, he has served on our web advisory committee for 4 years, and he's also helped our other students learn what it takes to get a job and how to interview, and he's been in our mock interviews, and he's been a guest speaker, too. And with that, I'd like to introduce William Brown.
Thank you very much, and I'd like to say congratulations to you all. I'd like to start by thanking Ms. Williams and CCIT for allowing me the honor of speaking here today. Not only am I super excited to speak here on behalf of the school that helped launch my career, but I'm also happy because the stress of doing this speech helped me drop a couple pounds. That being said, I'd like to take a moment to tell you a little bit about myself and my story. As you know, I'm Bill Brown, graduated in 2010. I'm a project manager and senior software engineer of Deerso. Deerso's e-commerce company. We do roughly $5 million on Amazon and our own business website every year. We currently employ 3 graduates of CCIT, and we thrive on innovation. We live for automation, and yes, most of us are pretty nerdy. I can say from the bottom of my heart, though, that I would never have the opportunity to work at such a great company had it not been for CCIT. Thanks to my parents, I was lucky enough to have a full 4-year tuition to any local college right when I graduated high school. Not knowing what I wanted to do, not knowing what I wanted to do with my life, I enrolled in some classes anyways and tried the traditional college route. About a year in, I found that it wasn't for me. I felt weighed down by classes that I had no interest in and couldn't bring myself to sit in lecture after lecture wondering what I was going to do with my life, wasting my time and my parents' hard-earned money. I needed a direction. That came with the help of my cousin Gary. Gary is also a graduate of CCIT. He was in the networking program with Miss Memory Blaylock. He's also someone that I admire very much. Gary has faced more I'm sorry. Gary is someone I admire very much. He's faced more tough times in his life than I could ever imagine facing, and through it all, he never gave up hope. He graduated from CCIT, got a job working in a networking call center, and never stopped believing that he was destined for more. He currently owns more companies and data centers throughout the U.S. than I have fingers to count them on, so naturally his opinion matters immensely to me. When I expressed that I wasn't happy with the traditional college route, Gary, knowing that I like computers, pointed me to CCIT. In doing a little research, I found the web development program, and I was hesitant to enroll at first because computers had never been anything more than a hobby to me. After a wonderful pep talk and a vote of confidence from my wife, Allison, I got my tuition ducks in a row, took the TABE test, and enrolled in the web development course. I couldn't believe how different the atmosphere at CCIT was. The work at your own pace was a breath of fresh air for me. I couldn't put my books down. I felt like I was working toward an actual future and not just a piece of paper saying that I did something. I was fortunate enough to land an internship while still in school and eventually gained employment at Deerso. I must give credit to Ms. Williams and CCIT for preparing me for the actual job market. I learned how to think and act like a professional as well as how to interview like one. I was learning things that not even the universities were teaching. This was due in part to the advisory board. The year I graduated, I was asked to be a member of Ms. Williams' advisory panel, which I said yes to in an instant. For those who might not know, the advisory board is where industry leaders help shape the curriculum for future students. When I attended my first advisory meeting, I was shocked to see how involved these industry leaders truly were. The room was packed wall to wall with professionals talking about the latest trends and innovations in their respective fields. Each one as passionate about it as the next. The level of dedication by the instructors to recruit these professionals and ensure their students are learning the best of the best is just outstanding. But even with how great the teachers and staff are at CCIT, they're only part of why we're here today. We're also here because of your perseverance, your dedication and knowledge, and your quest to better your life. Without your drive to succeed, none of this would have been possible. Whether you're entering the workforce for the first time or switching careers, you've shown that you possess something not everyone has: bravery. You're brave enough to believe that a school's merit shouldn't be judged by how much tuition costs, but by how dedicated it is to seeing its students succeed. You're brave enough to dream of a new life and seek out a way to turn that dream into a reality. And most importantly, you're brave enough to think, I can do it, and then you did. As my wife tells me, be the hero of your own story, and that's exactly what you all are tonight. I know firsthand what a lot of you might be thinking right now. Where do I go from here? Will I ever really make it? And quite possibly, how long is this guy going to talk? But seriously, you've proved just by being here today that you have what it takes. There's a proverb I've been saying to myself recently: a journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. Most people use this to remind themselves that every long journey has a beginning. After all, it's starting a journey that sometimes can be the hardest part. But I see it for so much more than that. It reminds me to live in the present, to always remember where I'm planting my foot for this step instead of my reward at the end of the journey. It helps me to remember that with patience and honest hard work, anything is achievable. So regardless of the hardships or scary situations you may face along your journey, always keep your head up and remember that deep inside your bravery is still there, waiting patiently until you need to call upon it. So dare to dream, dare to be different, dare to take those leaps of optimistic uncertainty. I promise that if you remember who you are and what you have to work with, everything will turn out all right. You took that first step starting at CCIT, and I'm happy to say that tonight is your reward for that journey. I congratulate you all and wish you the very best of luck in the many journeys to come.
Thank you, William. Our next student, Adam Hood, is pretty interesting because he's quite a multi-talented young man. Adam is a classically trained chef of 15 plus years in the hospitality industry, and then decided to make a career change that better suits his family lifestyle. During Adam's career as a chef, he has prepared meals for some interesting people, such as Colin Powell, a retired 4-star general that we know well of in the United States Army, as well as Prime Minister Ariel Sharon, along with many celebrities. Adam attended the digital design program under the direction of Mr. Kevin Hawk at Cape Coral Tech during the 2012-13 school year. With his education he gained at Cape Coral Tech, Adam now runs his own small graphic design business called Hood Designs, right here in Southwest Florida. Hood Designs is a versatile graphic design firm catering to a multitude of small businesses throughout Southwest Florida, businesses ranging from a church right here in Cape Coral to the world-famous cigar bar down in downtown Fort Myers. Adam is married to Rory, and they are parents to 2 boys, Hayden and Keegan. As a family, they enjoy spending their time together in our local beaches and participating in our local festivities, which we have many here in the Cape. I'd like to introduce to you Adam Hood.
Thank you, Mr. Schiffer. Congratulations to all you graduates today. My name is Adam Hood. I'm a graduate of Cape Coral Institute of Technology's Digital Design program under the direction of Mr. Kevin Hawk. I was asked to stand before you today and share a success story. The first thought that ran through my head was, am I successful? Judging by the first time I took the math portion of the TABE test, most of you would say no. Sure, I opened my own business while attending Cape Coral Tech, and I have a handful of continuous clients, but I still work 3 days as a chef. I haven't succeeded enough yet to do what I love full-time and on my own. Now, I'm well aware that things take time. It takes time to build relationships with clients, it takes time to gain new clients, and most importantly, it takes time to progress at your own skills. So no matter what you studied at Cape Coral Tech, be it culinary arts, medical coding and billing, account operations, or digital design, I've learned that you have to be patient, work hard on your new career path, but success, it takes time. I would like to share some of my successes with you guys while attending Cape Coral Tech. I'm a 2-year in a row Gold Award winner, along with 1 Silver Medal award at Digital Lee. Digital Lee is a competition put on by the Lee County School System. I also achieved 5 gold awards along with 1 silver award at our local American Advertising Federation competition. Then I advanced to the regional American Advertising Federation competition, which encompasses the entire state of Florida and the Caribbean, where I received 1 gold award. I did all this while studying in class and obtaining all of my Adobe certifications, but honestly speaking, what I took away from the most of my time at Cape Coral Tech was being able to utilize my skill set and help other students in the classroom achieve their goals. Now, after writing the speech and reading through it 1,000 times, I'd realized I am successful. I set out to accomplish a goal that I set forth for myself. That was to attend the digital design program at Cape Coral Tech and to obtain all of my Adobe certifications, and now I own a small business who helps other local businesses grow. I would like to end my speech today with a quote from someone that I look up to, someone who took nothing and made products that changed all of our lives. Your time is limited, so don't waste it living someone else's life. Don't let the noise of others' opinions drown your own inner voice. And most important, have the courage to follow your heart and intuition. Steve Jobs. Thank you.
Thank you, Adam. Nicely done. We're very fortunate this evening to have the mayor of the city of Cape Coral speak with us. Marnie Sawicki is the loving and proud mother of 2 great children, Madison and Brendan. She has a master's in business administration from the University of Phoenix and a bachelor's degree in communications from Central Michigan University. For the past 18 years, she has worked in the insurance industry, serving in numerous capacities, with the most recent being Vice President of Marketing for a wholesale agency. Her newest challenge is developing her own strategic marketing and consulting company. As a mom, Marnie can often be found volunteering at her children's schools or at events around the Cape where she can spend quality time with her children. She is also a dedicated Rotarian and an active volunteer of ACT, the Abuse Counseling and Treatment Center here in Southwest Florida. We are so very fortunate tonight to have as our featured speaker the mayor of the city of Cape Coral, Marnie Sawicki. Mayor Sawicki.
I'm not as tall as the rest of them, even with heels. First, I'd like to thank the Cape Coral Institute of Technology for asking me to speak tonight. I am truly honored. As I was preparing my speech for this evening, I began reflecting on my own life's journey and how I became mayor of this beautiful city. People often ask me how I like being mayor and if it's everything that I thought it would be. My reply, it's even more. See, for the first time in my life, I'm doing something I feel like I'm in my purpose. This job was made for me. I know this because for the first time, it doesn't feel like a job. And so many of you will probably understand this as you go forward. This is my passion, and I want this for you. But it wasn't easy getting here. I worked in a factory in the summers to put myself through college and to make that conscious decision to want more in my life. After completing my undergrad, I started working for corporate America, and I moved to Atlanta. And I always found myself placed in positions where I was questioning the status quo. And some of you might relate to that. But I found myself hitting my head against the wall saying, what am I doing wrong? Why am I in this? And then figuring out later how to get the job done, and maybe around a different way, or finding new ways of getting it done, and kind of cutting through the bureaucracy. I used to say to myself a lot, God, why are you putting me through this? And now I know. It was preparing me for this position of what I'm doing today, and that is mayor of this city. I got my master's degree when my children were 4 and 6, and I was working full-time as a general manager for an insurance company. When I first announced I was running for mayor, no one really knew me, and most people said, that's nice, good luck. Having lived here only just under 4 years, no one really took me seriously. So I set out to learn everything I could about the city that we live in. I met with over 250 individuals, and that was from chief of police to our chief of fire, to our directors, to old council members, anyone that I could get my hands on that could give me the history and what has happened in this city. I wanted this, and I went out and I achieved it. It hasn't always been easy, but there's some things I would like to share with you that I have learned along the way. 1, know your moral compass. Don't let anyone or anything make you sway from it. I can promise you, you will be challenged at times in your life, but if you always do the right thing all the time, everything will always work out fine. 2, karma. I am a true believer in treating others as you want to be treated. I've always tried to take the high road, and in most instances, it's always paid off. You do reap what you sow, so do your best to leave people smiling. 3, nobody else is paying as much attention to your failures as you are. You're the only ones who are obsessed with the importance of your own life. To everyone else, it's just a blip on the radar screen, so learn to just move on. This probably for me was the most liberating for me to understand that the only big failure was truly big was for me. So when I fail, I learn from it and I move on. Number 4, push boundaries, push yourselves, in which you're already doing that, so I'm so proud of you. 5, know what you're worth and ask for it, always. And number 6, dream big. You can do whatever it is you set your mind to, and I am proof of that. Tonight, I'll leave you with one of my favorite quotes. It's from Theodore Roosevelt. And it's really something that when you're down and you're in something and you're really working hard at it, and as I say, I get beat with a stick sometimes. This is the quote that I go back to. It's not the critic who counts, not the man who points out how the strong man stumbles or where the doer of deeds could have done them better. The credit belongs to the man who is actually in the arena, whose face is marred by dust and sweat and blood, who strives valiantly, who at the best knows in the end of the triumph of high achievement, and who at the worst, if he fails, at least fails while daring greatly. I am so proud of each and every one of you. Congratulations on your achievement, and always remember to dare greatly. Thank you.
The moment we're waiting for, presentation of the graduates. And at this time, we will ask that with the assistance of the graduating class's instructors, we're going to start out with accounting operations. If you'll come to your right there, and the accounting operations students, follow her, please. I'm going to ask Melody Allen to read the names.
Alejandro Burgos.
She's going to give to you.
Julia Dell. Susan Long. Garrett Michelle. Business Supervision and Management. Kristen Barlett. Alan Schaller. That is our accounting operations and business supervision management programs. Culinary arts, Chef Jack Elias. Instructor. Nicholas Hershad. Corey Jackson. Maria Pierce. Amanda Peck. Bridget Robbins. And Daniela Waterman. Thank you. Commercial foods and culinary arts. Digital design instructor, Kevin Hawk. Randy Diaz. Christopher Hood. Helena Hormack. Rebecca Merritt. And Jason Thomas. Thank you, Digital Design. Electronic System Assembly and Electronic Technology, Instructor Brian Hart. Robert Marr. Kenneth Campbell. And Matthew Hager. Thank you, Electronic System Assembly and Electronic Technology.
All right. For our medical administrative specialist class with Miss Allen as the instructor, come on up. Samantha Brady. Christine Laura. Kimberly Metcalf. Kimberly Romine. Aphrodite Varkas. Thank you, Medical Administrative Specialist class.
Medical Biller Coder, Instructor Lindsay Nesba. Marjorie Blake. Jeremy Kell Browning. Susan Cantalupo. Peggy Ortez. And Abby Schaefer. Thank you, Medicare Biller and Coder. Network Support Services, instructed by Memory Blaylock. Jesslyn Woosley will confirm for Memory Blaylock. Raul Aris. Christopher Bethy. And Madeline Toby. Thank you, Network Support Services. Nursing assistant. Mr. George, instructor. Mr. George Wallach. Keisha Crofu. Lauren Lawande. And Melissa Pearl. Thank you, nursing assistant. PC support service systems, instructed by Bob Gent. Brandon Brimhall. Jonathan Gussman. Daryl Captina. Nathaniel Maglin. Robert Ott. Daniel Roth Jr. And Nicholas Young. Thank you, PC Support Systems. Pharmacy Technician, instructed by Terry Reisner. Amy Caesar. Michael Ebe. Bonnie Menji. Just Stephanie Moore. Dory Pacheco. Anna Panteon. Scott Rivet. Vivian Rivet. Dusty Sell. Justin Sanchez. And Jessica Stanley. Thank you, pharmacy technician. Surgical technology. Instructed by Donna Hoyt. Tierney Wonder. Thank you, surgical technology. Web application development and programming and web development services, instructed by Kimberly Williams. Kim Williams. Daniel Bethy. Jenna Moakley. Layla Cecile. Amy Devaney. Casey Horn. Sierra Nason. And Corey Senlin. Thank you, Web Application Development and Programming and Web Development Services.
That one was mine. We're gonna, I think we're gonna do a little bit of a show here. At this time, if you'll just take a look at the screen here, we just got some past highlights from the year of 2014. We'd like you to see them and share with the students.
So we talked all night about the rest of our lives, where we're gonna be when we turn 25. I keep thinking times will never change. Keep on thinking things will always be the same. But when we leave this year, we won't be coming back. No more hanging out 'cause we're on a different track. And if you got something that you need to say, you better say it right now 'cause you don't have another day. 'Cause we're moving on and we can't slow down. These memories are playing like a film without sound. And I keep thinking of that night in June. I didn't know much of love, but it came too soon. And it was me and you, and then we got real blue. Stay at home talking on the telephone, and we would get so excited and we'd get so scared, laughing at ourselves, thinking life's not fair. And this is how it feels. As we go on, we remember all the times we had together. And as our lives change from whatever, we will still be friends forever. So if we get the big jobs and we make the big money, when we look back now, will our jokes still be funny? Will we still remember everything we learned in school? Still be trying to break every single rule? Will little brainy Bobby be the stockbroker man? Can he ever find a job that won't interfere with pretend? I keep thinking that it's not goodbye. Keep on thinking it's our time to fly. And this is how it feels. As we go on, we remember all the times we had together. And as our lives it out there, can we make it somehow? I guess I thought that this would never end. And suddenly it's like we're women and men. Will the past be a shadow that will follow us round? Will these memories fade when I leave this town? I keep thinking that it's not goodbye. I keep on thinking it's our time to fly. As we go on, we remember all the times we had together. And as our lives change, come whatever, we will still be friends forever. As we go on, we remember all the times we had together. And as our lives change, come whatever, we will still be friends forever. As we go on, we remember all the times we had together. And as our lives change, come whatever, we will still be friends forever. So we talked all night about the rest of our lives, where we're gonna be when we turn 25. I keep thinking times will never change. Keep on thinking things will always be the same. But when we leave this year, we won't be coming back. No more hanging out 'cause we're on a different track. And if you got something that you need to say, you better say it right now 'cause you don't have another day. 'Cause we're moving on and we can't slow down. These memories are playing like a film without sound. And I keep thinking of that night in June. I didn't know much of love, but it came too soon. And it was me and you, and when we got real blue, stay at home talking on the telephone. And we would get so excited and we'd get so scared, laughing at ourselves, thinking life's not fair. And this is how it feels. As we go on, we remember all the times we had together. And as our lives change, come whatever, we will still be friends think about now, can we survive it out there? Can we make it somehow? I guess I thought that this would never end. And suddenly it's like we're women and men. Will the past be a shadow that will follow us round? Will these memories fade when I leave this town? I keep thinking that it's not.
Now, isn't that an outstanding bunch of students? I think they're great. Cape Coral Tech, an outstanding school, outstanding instructors, and we've had a great graduating class here for 2014. We've got one little last thing to do here, and I mentioned earlier how we've got a lot of new good leadership coming into the entire Lee County School District, and I've had the pleasure this year of someone joining me as Assistant Director as Mr. George McDaniel, and George is going to lead us off on our last little ceremony. George.
Good evening. I'm George McDaniel, Assistant Director at Cape Coral Tech. I'd like to ask Miss Kimberly Metcalf to come up here on stage with me. And graduates, if you would, please stand at this time until we end this ceremony. Kim Metcalf was the 2013-2014 Student Leadership Council President. She did a fantastic job. Graduates, as is tradition throughout our great country, the moving of the tassel from the right to the left represents the transition from student to graduate. Kim, please lead your class in the tassel ceremony. Congratulations, graduates, you did it.
Just some quick closing remarks. We, the educators here at Cape Coral Tech, want to thank you, the students, for choosing our school, for your path, for training here in Cape Coral. This happens to be the only public adult training facility in our fair city. We're proud of you. We're very grateful that you chose our school to come here in 2013 and 2014. And at this time, will our graduates please stand? And you can exit with the processional music. Mr. Bach.